Yo guys, it's Captain Dub here, and today it's time for the knockout stage review of the Champions League. I'll be going through all 4 of the fixtures, 7 matches, and of course Liverpool got all the way to the final, so it's the whole run that we'll be going through in this video. Hopefully you've seen the group stage review, and if you haven't, then I will, well, there'll probably be a link to it at the end of the video. But let's go through what happened, and we'll start it off with the round of 16, where we were given quite an easy tie in Porto, and well, not as easy as it actually turned out to be. 5-0 in the end in the first leg. We went to Portugal. They're not a dreadful team, but honestly, the performance from Mane especially, he got himself a hat-trick man of the match performance. Obviously, one of his 4 man of the match performances actually in this year's Champions League, so that was brilliant from him. And it meant that we obviously couldn't lose the second leg, and we got a 0-0 in the second leg, which comfortably put us into the quarterfinals. So to be honest, that was about as comfortable as it got in the Champions League. Very, very straightforward, a very easy win against Porto. Not much else to say, but just congratulations to the boys. And then we went to the quarterfinals. Now the quarterfinals, we played Manchester City in a huge game that most people thought City would win. Could have gone either way though. But what did happen was something quite incredible, and this was my reaction to what went on in that Champions League quarter-final at Anfield. Woo! What about that for a result? Honestly, Liverpool have just beaten City 3-0. 3-0 against the champions of England. This is ridiculous. And basically, the fixture feels all but done. We've got a clean sheet. We've got 3 goals and 3, well, certainly 1 stunning goal in the middle of that one, Oxlade-Chamberlain's, which I'll get onto. But oh my word, yeah, we're going to be going into the semi-finals of the Champions League, surely. I mean, okay, if we score just 1 goal at the Etihad, City will need 5. Not a chance. Not with that leader, Virgil van Dijk at the back. Not a chance. Not a hope in hell of them getting 5 goals against us, even when they're at home. But we're not only going to score 1 either, we're going to go score another 3. We're going to smash them again. And we'll be joining the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid and Bayern Munich as the top 4 teams in the world. Well, Europe, but basically the world. Van Dijk was an absolute leader at the back. He's only been here for 3 months, but he was shouting orders for all the players, getting them in line, and he has sorted out our defence massively. So we owe a lot to Virgil van Dijk. Firmino, Milner, they played well as well. We got some great players. We played some great football. Hopefully we can replicate that in the second leg. Oh, what about that then? So there we go. What a performance that was. And then we went to the second leg. Jesus scored a very early goal, and it was not looking promising from the start, but we managed to pull it back, showing all that character. It was quite a performance from the Liverpool lads, and Salah got a beautiful chip goal, brilliant goal from him. Firmino finished it off, and it was a 5-1 aggregate win against City, following up from the 4-3 win early in the season against them. Quite incredible, really, from Liverpool, and honestly, it just felt so good. Such a pleasure to support the team. That 5-1 win showed we were going to do big things at Champions League. We did indeed go into the semi-finals, and wow, what a run. And then we were given Roma. Of course, I was reacting to it live on my channel in the live stream, and then we were given Roma, and that was probably the easiest draw in the semi-finals, which meant we had a real opportunity of going through to the final. And we went to Roma and we went 5-0 up. It was just such a shame. You can see those late 2 goals, including that dodgy penalty with that Klavan handball that was never ever a handball. But we went 5-0 up. We ended up winning 5-2, but it's still a fabulous result. It's still an absolutely fabulous result. And but then in the away leg, of course, the away leg was 4-2 to Roma, so we scraped through 7-6. But at the end of the day, you know, it was flattering to them, to be honest, the 7-6. We deserved quite comfortably to go through, and we did go through and made it all the way to the final. And then there was the final, where we faced Real Madrid. Oh, it's not happy thoughts around it, to be honest. Those huge mistakes from Karius, Bale, wonder goal, and Salah's injury cost us big time, and that was it. And we lost the Champions League final. This was my reaction to Karius, Sergio Ramos, and Salah. So the Champions League finals last night, I had a night to recover, and it was Karius' 2 mistakes that cost us the final. And I've got one thing to say to you, Karius. Keep your chin up. Keep your chin up. Stop crying. Let your teammates console you. Alright? You've done really well for us this season. And forget what all the haters say. Forget what all the biased Madrid fans, United fans, City fans, Everton fans, forget what they all say. You listen to me, alright? You've played so well this season. You're not gonna let your career be thrown away now. You are gonna make yourself stronger over the summer. You're gonna train harder, and you'll be back next year. So forget what all them say, because you're a really good goalkeeper, and it was just really unfortunate mistakes that cost us the game. It wasn't his fault at all. It was just rotten luck. Salah's injury, because that absolutely deflated the whole team. For the first half an hour, we were better than Real Madrid, and then with that cheating Ramos pinning his arm down, he knew exactly what he was doing. It wasn't any accident at all. He had his arm pinned down, and he thought, oh, I'll throw my weight onto his other shoulder, and hopefully one of them will be injured, and it was. Well, I hope you're proud of yourself. He could be out of the World Cup now because of you, and then you got money books later on as well. Yeah, I hope you're proud of yourself. You enjoy that Champions League trophy. Yeah? And cheating last year as well with Cuadrado. Nah, he's unbelievable. So yeah, I wasn't completely roasting Karius, to be honest. You know, I just felt sorry for him. Obviously the first goal was just a really unfortunate mistake. Didn't see Benzema there. And the second one, of course, Bale taking a long shot, which he probably wouldn't have taken against any other keeper, and it was swerving, so it was hard to see anyway. Hard to calculate where to put your hands, and of course, because it was head height, which was so unfortunate, it meant that it was obstructing Karius' view if he got his body behind it. But then if he put his body left or right of it, it would obviously go through his hands, which is what happened. So I think a lot more keepers would have conceded that goal than you will think. And of course, with him making that really unfortunate mistake earlier on, it meant that he was even more likely to concede that goal, make another mistake. It was just really unfortunate for him, and I really hope that's not his last game in a Liverpool shirt. I hope he can bounce back, but honestly I'm not sure if he can. Obviously it doesn't help that Sergio Ramos elbowed him about 2 minutes before he made the first mistake, which was, absolutely ridiculous from Ramos. He's a good defender. I don't know why he messed about like that, and injuring Salah deliberately as well. It's unprofessional. So yeah, he should be banned for that, but still. Oh, there's nothing we can do now, but all we can think is, we've made a great run. We've done a really good job to make it to the Champions League final, so we should be proud. We should think of this as a brilliant season. The Champions League final. If you'd offered me that at the start of the season, that would have been incredible. So let's not get too down, and let's move on to some more positive news. Well, not news, but top assisters. And let's go through them. So, at number 5 we had Coutinho, who of course left in January with 2 assists in the group stage. Alberto Moreno, that's an interesting one, in 4th place with 3 assists. Salah with 4 assists, Firmino with 7, and of course Milner, who broke the assist record with 8 at the top. So brilliant work from Milner, and even Firmino as well, getting a load of assists. As well as the goals, as we go into the top goal scorers. Obviously Chamberlain at the bottom with 2. He was joint with Sturridge as well, and Coutinho got 5 in 4th place, and our top 3 scorers all got 10 goals in the main Champions League. I don't think this is including the qualifying round, but Salah, Firmino and Mane all with 10 goals each, which was honestly remarkable that we got 3 players into that double figures. It's absolutely remarkable. What a performance from those front 3 lads. And obviously we've got to hold on to all 3 of them in the summer and strengthen, maybe get a 4th spare backup. But they are brilliant players, and they've done brilliantly in this Champions League this season. But let's move on to my top 10. Who have I put in my top 10? Well, at number 10 we have Mr. Snake himself, Emre Can. He's left to Juventus for a 4-year deal. He's a great player, but I'm not too fussed that he's gone, because we've got Fabinho to replace him, a very adequate replacement, and obviously Naby Keita as well, so it's not that much of a problem that he's gone. If he wants to go to Juventus, a worse team than Liverpool in terms of the Champions League, and obviously guaranteed Serie A medal, but it's not much of an achievement with Juventus anyway, so that's up to him. Anyway, Emre Can with 6 starts, 1 goal, but a solid performance all round every time he did play a game. And yeah, obviously we could trust him playing a Liverpool shirt, but you know, he's a snake now, but it's not the end of the world, is it? Anyway, let's move on to number 9, and I said it'll be Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. 4 starts only, 2 goals and an assist, including an absolute cracker against Manchester City. Oxlade-Chamberlain needs an impact sub 3 times as well, and he actually made impact, unlike some of our substitutes like Solanke, Danny Ings. And let's move on to number 8, Andy Robertson. 6 starts, so of course he struggles to break into the squad at the start. Alberto Moreno was used over him, but then when he did break into the squad, wow, what a player he's been. He deserves 8th place for the Champions League overall. Was done really well in the knockout stage. No goals, no assists, 6 starts, but solid performances. And talking about 6 starts, no goals, no assists, we also have Virgil van Dijk, who came in January, and what a difference he made to the backline. He deserves 7th place for me. He's looking like an absolute leader, a future captain of Liverpool, and a world-class defender. If we can sign the likes of Boateng as well to go alongside him, wow, clean sheets all round next season. Brilliant, Virgil van Dijk, I cannot speak highly enough of him. He's just incredible, absolutely incredible. The Premier League's best central defender. Moving on to number 6, we have Olivier Coutinho. Of course, he left, made 4 starts, but in 4 starts, 5 goals and 2 assists. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable, Jeff. And I mean, well done to him, but of course then he left. I don't know why he left, you know. I obviously had a better chance of winning the Champions League in Liverpool than Barcelona, and actually he wouldn't have even played for Barcelona because he was he previously played for Liverpool, so the club tied, so he wasn't even allowed to play in Champions League. I don't know why he didn't leave until the summer. I don't know why he left in January, but he was a good servant to us for the first half of the season. Deserves a place in the top 10. Giving him 6th, but moving on into the top 5, we have Trent Alexander-Arnold. 9 starts, a goal and an assist for that lad. Remember that free kick goal was quite something. He had Hoffenheim in the qualifying as well. Yeah, Trent Alexander-Arnold broken into the squad. Now he's got a place in the England squad. Youngest ever Liverpool player to play in the Champions League final. It's just incredible, isn't it? He's just a really good right back, and he's kicked Klein out of the squad. He came into the squad when Klein was injured, and Klein has got no signs of returning. He's fit again, but he still gets dropped. He still gets dropped for Trent Alexander-Arnold because he's so good. And yes, he's made mistakes against some players, but against some, the likes of Sané, he had in his back pocket. Well done, Alexander-Arnold, for your season, and I can only think that bigger and better things are to come for the lad. Next we go to the top 4. There's only 4 players that can be in there. Obviously the front 3 and James Milner. James Milner's broken the assist record, 8 assists in 9 starts. Wow. I mean, to break the assist record in the Champions League is quite something. James Milner, he's been brilliant. Everyone thought he was Asian, you know, he lost his left back spot to Alberto Moreno at the start of the season. What was he going to do? But he's had such a great season. Yeah, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 season for James Milner. More than we could have expected, more than we could have hoped for, and hats off to him for his performances this season. And 8 assists in 9 starts in the Champions League is something special from the 32-year-old. Moving into the top 3, of course, there's only 3 players that can be in here, and 3rd place I've gone with Mohamed Salah, maybe to the surprise of some. In his 12 starts, he scored 10 and assisted 4, which are some very good statistics. He has probably carried the team on occasions, but I'd have to put him behind Mane and Firmino for me, purely because I think they've had slightly more impact in the Champions League. In the Premier League, obviously Salah would be number 1, but in the Champions League I'm going to have to go with the other 2. And we'll move on to Mane with his 11 starts, 10 goals, just the 1 assist, so less than Salah there, but 4 man of the match performances means he is well worthy of a spot in the, of a 2nd place spot. But there's only 1 player that can beat him, that can finish ahead of him, and that's Roberto Firmino. 10 goals and 7 assists in 13 starts. I'm sorry, but that is unbelievable from the Brazilian. You know, wish him all the best in the World Cup and all that, and he's staying at the club as well. He signed his a cheeky 5-year deal. Did that no-look signature, whistling ale. All Liverpool fans love this guy, and with great reason. Brilliant player, and you know, he's just an unbelievable talent. He's skillful, he's quick, he's clever. He's everything you can want in a striker. He tracks back as well. It's just literally everything you can want in a striker. Firmino obviously deserves a place at number 1 in my countdown. So do you agree with my top 10? Do you agree with my reflection on the Champions League knockout stage, well, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, so let me know your top 3 or your top 5, whatever. Obviously these top 3 players have got to be in it, but for me it's got to be number 1 for me in the Champions League. I hope you've enjoyed the Champions League this season. It's a shame about the final, but the run towards it, and of course it's the journey that counts, and the run towards it was something special. Hopefully we can do something similar next season, and maybe even push it all the way. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys later. Adios.